This short instructional video is to demonstrate the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis official decision support website. This official decision support website would be a custom website that we'll put together for events that are deemed official decision support from our office. Requests for official decision support will come through Warning Coordination Meteorologist Jim Cramper or through myself, Meteorologist in Charge Wes Browning. Official decision support is designed to support those events in your counties or local communities that are large outdoor events, important events where hazardous weather could be a threat. That hazardous weather could extend from springtime weather like severe thunderstorms, lightning, and of course tornadoes, into the wintertime where ice accumulation and snow could cause problems. These requests, as I said, will come through Warning Coordination Meteorologist Jim Cramper or myself. Jim and I will take a look at these requests and then get back to each of you to decide your specific needs for your individual events. In addition to these customized websites, which will be updated continuously 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we'll also open up the phone lines for you to call anytime for specific questions during your events to our operations area. We'll have point of contacts listed for you. Also, if there is hazardous weather that is imminent, for instance, if there is a severe thunderstorm approaching your event, one of our forecast staff will actually call the point of contact. Let's take a look at the website itself. At the top, you'll see the individual event's name. This example is in support of an ongoing event with the Missouri Botanical Garden here in St. Louis for the Garden Glow, which is attracting about 3,000 to 5,000 people every night. There are several panels. The first line up here, the horizontal line, are several that are interactive. Weather forecast is what you're seeing in the lower portion of this panel here. Local radar can be displayed, as shown here, and that'll be a loop of about an hour. A regional radar, which will be a still image showing the regional radar. There's really not much on it now. Current hazards map. This hazards map shows that we do have a flood watch now in effect through a large portion of our county warning area, for example. There's a freezing rain advisory also to the northwest. Our weather story, which will illustrate the biggest challenges we are going to face in the next 7 days or so. In this case, it's winter weather, and we also have a flood watch. You can see the pages updating as we speak. That happens about every 5 minutes or so. Lastly, in this upper line, we have the Multimedia Hazardous Weather Briefing. Those of you that are familiar with that, that's a short recording, anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes, that will illustrate any hazardous weather that's approaching in the next 7 days or so. Okay, going back to the far left, this weather forecast, that's the default panel. And when you're displaying this official DSS page, you want to make sure that it's in a fairly broad view so you get both of these scroll bars. This inner scroll bar right here will scroll down the insert panel. The one to the far right will scroll down the whole page. Let's take a look at this insert panel, and this is the forecast that we have for this particular spot in St. Louis for the Botanical Garden. First, it'll show the current conditions. It'll show any current weather hazards, which in this case we have a flood watch and a hazardous weather outlook. Below that, you'll see individual tabs today, Friday, all the way through Tuesday in this case. Clicking on any one of these individual tabs will bring you directly to that day. For instance, if I just want to look at Sunday, I click there, and there's the Sunday forecast for December 22nd. I'm scrolling back to the very top. You can also scroll in the very far right in this horizontal line here to the weekly forecast, and that'll bring you to a summation of all days for the week. Again, scrolling back to the top for today's forecast, which is Thursday, December 19th in this case. You can see the forecast for today, the high temperature, 12-hour precipitation probability, sunrise information, and the amount of precip we expect. For tonight, low is expected to be about 49, 60% chance of precipitation. and the 12-hour precipitation total about 0.04 of an inch. Below that, you'll see detailed forecasts for every 3 hours, noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and so on, of temperature, dew point, relative humidity, sky condition in a graphic, sky condition in a text format, and the winds, sustained winds, and gusts. Now let's scroll down a bit. You can see the next day, Friday, and same information. Saturday is the same. In the wintertime, if you see a temperature that's in parentheses, that's the actual wind chill for that hour. In the summertime, if you see a temperature in parentheses, that would be the heat index. And again, scrolling down all the way down through Monday, Tuesday, all the way down to the weekly forecast. Because that, in a nutshell, is the official decision support website. Again, 2 panels. One is for the detailed forecasts, and then we have this outer panel that you can get other information for radar, regional radar, and so on. Also, these 3 tabs, lastly, the hourly forecast graphic, some of you may be familiar with for that particular location. If you click that, it'll give you this particular format that shows you an hourly forecast of the temperature, the dew point, and then if there's a wind chill here in blue. Here's the hours, 1 p.m., 2, 3, 4, and so on. Winds and the direction, the flags are from the direction the wind is coming from, so this will be a south wind, and that would be a west-northwest wind, then a north wind, for instance. This final panel, relative humidity, potential precipitation, and sky cover. Chances for thunder, rain, snow, freezing rain, and sleet in the winter. That's for the next about 36 hours. If you want to go forward, you just click on forward 2 days, and it'll bring you to the same display for, in this case, Sunday on into Monday. And you can click on and off these particular weather features to customize this particular graph and hit submit. In the middle, current weather conditions, if you're interested in that, across Missouri. That'll just be a text listing of the current conditions in all the major cities in Missouri. And finally, for Illinois, the same type of feature where you can see current conditions throughout the state of Illinois. Let's go back to the original panel, the weather forecast. Again, if you have any questions about any of this, please reference this video, or you can call us directly at the office here at the National Weather Service. Thanks for your time, and we hope you find this particular official decision support webpage beneficial to your operations.